guys, welcome to another video. We're going to be crossing the one-shot macro in this video. This is a guide I'm aiming at those certain situations where you're against no healers or classes that don't heal very often, and you know you come across those situations quite a lot. This guide is basically going to tell you how much to do the most damage as an Unholy DK, not bearing in mind things like necrotic strikes and health absorb and things like that. I got this from a hardcore raider. This is what he told me, the best burst rotation for a DK. I mean, I average about 110k, which is, you know, quite a lot for PvP gear. This is definitely a great video for those of you out there just starting to learn DK and you're capping in twos and you're not killing things very quickly. This guide will help you just like learn how to kill things basically very quickly, providing there's no healers. If there's healers, then the rotation changes, but nonetheless this will still kill things. Okay, this is, well, it's the biggest amount of DPS you can do in a single rotation. Okay, well, first of all, you obviously need the one-shot macro. One-shot macro, basically the purpose of one-shot macro is to pop every single buff that you have at once. I'm going to show you it right here. My one-shot macro has only got 2 spells, and it has a sound effect, but let's ignore that. Simply, it casts Unholy Frenzy on yourself, not on anything else. Summon Gargoyle, so you get your Gargoyle out. And Horn of Winter, however, yeah, Horn of Winter's fine in there. And then it uses a moat and plays a sound file. But that's just been a bit fancy there. So yeah, Horn of Winter should be up because you're going to generate more runic power, so that should be off for cooldown. And basically, Unholy Frenzy and Summon Gargoyle, they're the only cooldowns Death Knight has in terms of damage, apart from Empire Rune Weapon, but we're going to use Empire Rune Weapon later. So there's the macro in the description, just check it out. You're going to pop that straight away. As soon as the fight opens, straight away it's open. Then you're going to put diseases, because diseases are going to increase the damage of all the following abilities we're going to use. And then we're going to get 4 death runes up. We're going to get 4 death runes on our 2 blood runes and 2 frost runes. And then we're going to spam Scourge Strike. Scourge Strike does a hell of a lot of damage, and especially as we can spam 6, if not more, in a row. Okay, if you are new, very new to Death Knight, I would recommend using this macro. Don't use it if you're an experienced one. Let me just try and find it. PvE, yeah. Basically, the macro is Death Coil and then a Blood Tap straight away. Do not use this if you are a very experienced DK, because if you're a very experienced DK, you should know that this macro is not good to use. But this macro is very good to use for kind of like killing stuff really quickly when there's no healers around. So I'm going to use it today to just display how much DPS I can achieve. Okay, so use that macro. Remember to always use your death coils in between runes, because you don't want to be sitting on 100 runic power and generating runic power and not using it, because that's a waste. And also use Horn of Winter very often to generate runic power. So I'm going to use it right now. Actually, I'm going to open with Horn of Winter, right? Then it's a let me just do the rotation. So it's Plague Strike, and then you're going to have to get these Death Runes. Death Runes, there's 2 ways to get the Death Runes. The slow way is to do 2 Blood Taps and 2 Icy Touches. Okay, the advantage of using that slow method is that you can spread disease to more than one person if you need to, maybe a pet or something. But you know, another player if there is one, which is also really helpful. You know, to do good cleave damage. Icy Touches you're going to use if the target needs to be dispelled. You can dispel like buffs like Power Ward, etc, which is also extremely helpful. I mean, if you dispel Power Ward, done it quite a few times, that's like dropping 40k health. It's like doing 40k damage, isn't it really? So that's also very beneficial. Okay, so I'm going to open with obviously get your pet on the target. When a pet's attacking a target, does a hell of a lot of damage. So there you go, pet's on. I'm going to use a Plague Strike. I'm going to use 2 Festering Strikes to get my Death Runes up. I'm going to start using my Blood Boils. I'm going to use Empower Rune Weapon. I'm going to spam my Scourge Strikes now. Let's see. Oh, I haven't popped my cooldowns. That was a noob move of me. Nevertheless, Spamming my Scare Strikes, got a hell of a lot. I mean, I haven't even stopped, right? Now I'm doing my, I'm going to pop my pet into the big form, whatever it's called. Back to Festering Strike, using my Death Coils, using my Scare Strikes. Again, as much to keep it as much deference up as I can. And this is pretty much it. I'm getting up to about 100k DPS now. I normally would have opened with 100k DPS, but I noobed out at the start. And obviously Soul Reapers. Soul Reapers are very beneficial to use as well. Don't forget your Soul Reapers. Remember, just to keep these death runes up. You want to keep these death runes up all the time, because you're going to do a hell of a lot more damage with your Scare Strikes if you're doing a lot in a row. I mean, there you go, 58k. That was a crit. You won't be doing that on a full resilience geared person, but oh well. Pet Dark Transformation, it's back already, because I've been generating so much runic power by keeping my death runes up and using so much Scare Strikes. And there you have it. That is the rotation. I mean, I'm sticking at about 90k now because I'm keeping my pet buffed as I'm generating just so much Dark Infusions really quickly. And that is the one-shot macro. That's how, see, I'm on 4 death runes again, and I'm spamming Scare Strikes again, 6 in a row, and it does truckloads of damage. Okay, there you go, 100k. Just wanted that to happen. Okay, that is the one-shot macro. 100k DPS. Not bad, is it? When you're against a class, right, that heals a bit, like a DK, Feral Druid, Paladin, I'd recommend using some Festering Strikes. But in my next video, I'm going to talk about not Festering Strikes, Necrotic Strikes. But in my next video, I'm going to be talking about Necrotic Strikes in more detail. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed my new cinematic intro as well that I'm adding to this video. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Alright, ciao.